Hello, my name is Gary, and I was raised in the western United States, so I'm a native English speaker. I hope that you will enjoy this YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us.
IELTS writing samples. The graph below shows the number of books read by men and women at Burnaby Public Library from 2011 to 2014. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. The line graph demonstrates the reading trends of both men and women at Burnaby Public Library over a 4-year span, starting from 2011 and ending in 2014. Overall, in 2011, women at Burnaby Public Library read more books than men. However, while the number of books read by men steadily increased over time, women experienced a decline in reading after an initial 3-year period of steady growth. Initially, in 2011, women readers surpassed men readers in the number of books read, with 5,500 books compared to 2,500 books, respectively, at this library. Over the subsequent 2 years, there was an increase in the number of books enjoyed by both genders. However, while the number of books read by women saw a slight rise, there was a significant increase in the books read by men during this period. In 2013, both men and women exhibited similar reading habits, with each group having read approximately 10,000 books. However, in 2014, a distinct contrast arose between the reading trends of men and women. While men reached a peak of approximately 14,000 books, women's reading sharply declined to only 7,000 books.
The line chart illustrates the reading habits of men and women at Burnaby Public Library over a 4-year period from 2011 to 2014. Overall, in 2011 at Burnaby Public Library, women read more books than men. However, the number of books read by men steadily increased over time, whereas for women, this figure declined after initially rising steadily for the first 3 years. In 2011, women readers at the library showed a higher consumption of books, with 5,500 books compared to 2,500 books for men. Over the next 2 years, both genders experienced an increase in their reading habits. However, while women's reading increased slightly, men's reading surged significantly during this period. In 2013, both men and women displayed similar reading habits, each having read around 10,000 books. In 2014, a notable difference emerged in the reading behaviors of men and women. While men peaked at approximately 14,000 books, women's reading sharply decreased to only 7,000 books.
The climograph below shows average monthly temperatures and rainfall in the city of Kolkata. Monthly temperatures and precipitation. The chart delineates the average temperature and precipitation trends over a span of a year in Kolkata. The fluctuations in monthly precipitation in Kolkata are noticeable, whereas monthly temperatures exhibit more stability. Rainfall reaches its peak from July to August, while temperatures soar highest in April and May. From January to May, the average temperatures in Kolkata gradually increased from their lowest point, hovering around 20 degrees centigrade to a peak of slightly over 30 degrees centigrade. Similarly, average rainfall in the city also escalates during this period, starting from approximately 20 millimeters in January and peaking at 100 millimeters in May. While temperatures remain relatively stable for the subsequent 4 months, there is a notable increase in rainfall, more than doubling between May and June. Precipitation figures consistently surpassed 250 millimeters from June to September, reaching a peak of around 330 millimeters in July. The last quarter of the year witnesses a significant decline in rainfall, plummeting to approximately 10 millimeters in December, accompanied by a gradual decrease in temperatures returning to the January average.
Monthly temperature and precipitation. The chart contrasts the average temperature and precipitation levels observed throughout a year in Kolkata. The monthly precipitation in Kolkata shows noticeable fluctuations, whereas the monthly temperatures remain relatively stable. Rainfall peaks between July and August, while temperatures reach their highest points in April and May. Throughout the months of January to May, Kolkata experiences a gradual increase in average temperatures from around 20 degrees centigrade to a peak slightly over 30 degrees centigrade. Similarly, average rainfall also rises during this period, starting at approximately 20 millimeters in January and reaching 100 millimeters by May. While temperatures maintain a steady pattern for the subsequent 4 months, there is a remarkable increase in rainfall, more than doubling between May and June. Precipitation levels consistently surpass 250 millimeters from June to September, reaching a peak of around 330 millimeters in July. The last trimester of the year witnesses a notable decline in precipitation, dropping to approximately 10 millimeters in December, accompanied by a gradual decrease in temperatures back to the January average.